page 4 before we have to break for, well, yeah, we might. It's only one problem. So let's go ahead and do that. Go ahead and turn to page 4, unless you have more questions. Any more questions?
No.
Last chance.
No, sorry. No.
Angie.
No questions.
Angie,
I don't really know what I got it wrong.
you don't understand how you got it wrong? Let me take a look and I will try to explain.
say calculation. Me too.
Okay, 13, 5, and 5. You added the number of seats in each row to the number of seats in each row here and here. You didn't account for the fact that there are 7 rows in page. It's not 13 seats here, it's 13 times 7.
I got 48 when it was 46.
That makes sense. You only had 13, that's just one row. There's 7 rows. You only had 5 seats, that's one row of seats. You needed to add every seat, not just one row. Alright? Okay, page 4. Okay. The problem says, this one was a little tricky.
Yes. Yeah.
And I'm going to, before Mrs. Radigan gives this pretest to her class, she and I are gonna have to talk about this last problem because it included an element that was kind of challenging for some of you. But we'll talk about even that challenging part. So many of you did really well with it as a problem-solving exercise. You did a great job, even with that little twist there. So let's take a look. Anna and her family go to the zoo. The zoo ticket prices are shown in the table below. We have an adult price, a senior price, a child price, and under 2 is free. Are there any people in this problem who are under 2 years old?
No.
So that under 2 for free, that's useless information in solving this problem. Again, be able to identify the information that's not helpful to us. So the first one, it tells us Anna's family. Betsy is 1 adult, Grandma is 1 senior, and then Ray is a child and Anna is a child. So you have an adult, a senior, and 2 child tickets. So you just take the prices from the table. An adult ticket is $15, a senior ticket is $13, and a child ticket is $9. Now if you can do mental math and go 9 and 9 is 18, and you just want to add it as an 18, that's fine. If you prefer to work just with what you can see, and you want to add it as 2 children tickets, if you wrote their names out here so you could remember who it was, Betsy, Granny, and Ray and Anna. If that helps you to keep it straight so you know you've got everyone accounted for in your ticket pricing, that's fine. Then you go ahead and you add the prices together. 9 and 9 is 18, plus 3 is 21, plus 5 is 26. We can't put 20s in the 1s column, so we can only put the 6. We bring the 20s, the 2 10s to the top of the 10s column. 2 10s plus 1 10 plus 1 10 is 4 10s. 46, what is that number? Maddie?
That's the $46.
That's $46, and what is that?
It's how much money they're spending.
How much money they're spending on the tickets. That's important. Hold on, Maddie. That's important, and because you need to understand that that's how much money they have to give to the ticket vendor. They're going to pay for that, it tells us later, with a $100 bill, or with $100. Then they're going to get change back. So that's why it's important to know that that's how much they owe, and then the change they get back comes out of a $100 bill. So go ahead, Maddie, with your
What
comment.
I was trying to say is, I got $46 here, and I just checked from right here on this. I just checked if my answer was right, and I rolled up correct. Because I put my 46 here, and then I just checked if I got the answer right, and I did.
Okay. You got a 3 on the whole page. Because you didn't, this part right here was not done correctly.
I got a 4 on 10.
Okay, moving on. So A says the zoo ticket price, use the zoo ticket price table and Anna's family list to find out the total cost in dollars of zoo tickets for Anna's family. That is this number right here. That's the total cost in dollars. Luke?
I made a calculation error and I got 48
Oh, okay.
instead of 46.
And then you got 4 points for that, right? Yeah. One calculation error, you get 4 points as long as the process is shown and is correct, which was the case in
My
your
process
case.
wasn't shown, so that's why I
Now, what some teachers do and what traditionally teachers would do in the past is they would say, well, you got it wrong, you got it wrong. No points.
Yeah.
We look at process in this math, and if you understand the process, I'm not going to penalize you for a calculation error, because if I gave you 100 of these questions, you might get 4 of them wrong for calculation errors, you'd still get the points, you'd still get the A. So, all right, so $46 is how much they spent. That's the answer to part A, right? Part B, Anna's family started with $100. After paying for tickets, now, you could have done this a number of ways. I would have liked to have seen people solve it with arrow language, because that's what we've used to show how you would count back change. If somebody hands you a $100 bill, and the bill was $46, you would say, you would give them $1 bills until you get to 50. So you give them 4 of them. Plus $4 is 50. So if you handed me a $100 bill to pay for $46 worth of stuff, you're gonna hold out your hand and I'm gonna take $1 bills and I'm gonna go 47, 48, 49, 50. That's what you've done here. You added 4 to get to 50. Then I'm gonna hand you a $50 bill. Or, because 50 plus 50 would get you that 100. So that would be the easy way to do it. Plus 50 more dollars, you total those up and that's your total change, 54. That's how much money you would get back. But other ways that you could do it, if you didn't have a $50 bill, you could go 46 plus 47, 48, 49, 50. And then I could go $10 bills, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, if all I have is $10 bills. That would be 4 ones and 5 tens, which is still $54. That is the change from the $46 and the $100 bill. Bella?
Problem with that is if somebody else were to see that, they might get confused and be like, okay, well that's ones, and then they're adding more ones?
So if I were to do this, these are $1, these are $10.
That's not.
I mean, I could do that, but I would understand if I saw this arrow language, what you would probably write is plus 10 to get to 60, plus 10 to get to 70. And I could ask a question like that. I could say, use arrow language to show how you would make change for this if all you had was $10 bills and $1 bills. That's not the purpose of what we're doing here. But the bottom line is, this is how much money we have left. Does that answer our question?
Nope.
What's the question, Rogan?
How many dollars each of them get back?
How many dollars does each of them have to spend on lunch, right?
Same.
Based on the change they got back. How many people are there?
4.
4. So if I have $54 and 4 people to buy lunch for, if I want to know how much each person is going to have to spend on lunch, I have to divide that $54 equally between those 4 people, right? So what I'm saying is, you're going to divide 54 by 4. So let's do that now. What do you got, Ian?
Well, I always made it easier because every time you cut it in half until you get to a number where it wouldn't be enough. Like here.
So you said
What is that 54
you
now?
cut 54 into 2 pieces, and you would have 27 and 27, and then you cut 27 in half, and you got what? Okay, let's do it this way first. Kaylee, let me solve it this way using partial quotients first. 54 divided by 4. 4 times 10 is 40. leaves us 14. Well, 4 goes into 14 3 times, gives us 12. 2. What is that 2? What is that?
That 2 is
Derek? You don't know? Okay. Vanessa, what is that 2? It's $2, right? So we've divided $54 between 4 people. We've gotten 10 plus 3, so we've gotten $13. Each person gets $13, but there's $2 left over. Is that a problem? No, that's what God made quarters for, right? We can divide $2 between 4 people. If I had $2 to give to 4 people, how much would each person get? Audrey?
50, yeah, 50.
Each person would get 50 cents of that $2. Because 50 cents, 50 cents times 4 people, 5, 10, 15, 20. $2. That gets us where we want. So we know that each person doesn't get just $13. They get $13.50. You had to recognize, this was that tricky part. You had to recognize that that was $2 left over and that you still had to divide that $2 between 4 people. To each one of them to have 50 cents. So you add that to the 13 and that's your answer, $13.50. Ladies and gentlemen, we are out of time. We need to line up for the next class. We'll come back and I'll address questions in the next half hour.
I don't have any